Hello, good evening students. In today's class, we have discussed the environmental effects on the transmission line because the transmission line is always exposed in environmental situations. It may like continuous wind situations and it may be due to seasons of winter or where snow falling may be there. These two effects are to be considered while designing the transmission line with the effect of conductor. It is well known fact that the transmission line performance is affected by the atmospheric conditions. It may be snowfall or it may be wind pressure because transmission line is always exposed in a year. Different situations may come there. Summer may be there, rainy season may be there, winter may be there. All situations are taken into account on the effect of transmission line and weight of the system. So we have to see both the effects. One is ice, another one is wind pressure. Due to ice, there is some conductor surface is covered by the diameter of ice. It is known as ice coating. It is known as ice coating as shown in the figure. Let small d is the diameter of conductor, then another diameter over conductor small t thickness of ice is coated. Hence t be the thickness of ice coating, small d is the diameter of conductor, then overall diameter with this effect becomes d plus 2t. d plus 2t. The weight of the conductor becomes increased. Now due to the ice coating is formed, total weight of the conductor increases and size of the conductor also affected. Consider small d be the diameter of conductor, it is in meter. Small t be the thickness of ice coating, it is also in meters. Then overall diameter as per the diagram, it becomes capital D equal to small d plus 2t. You make a correction, d plus 2t. It is clearly observed from the diagram. Then area of this coated conductor equal to pi d square by 4. Then area of ice covering, we are knowing the overall area with the effect of ice covering, then we are knowing area of conductor, hence overall diameter area minus of conductor area, remaining is area of ice covering or ice coating. You see there, ai equal to pi by 4 capital D square minus of d square, where capital D is overall diameter, small d is diameter of conductor, both are in meters, and area of ice coating is also in meter square. Then one more assumption, volume of ice, it may be in meter cube, hence density of ice may be 915 kg per meter cube. So Wi, weight of ice per unit length, it becomes density into area. Density is 915 into area 5 by 4 capital D square minus of d square. The weight acts vertically downward and overall diameter is d plus 2t. Further derivation, you substitute overall diameter d equal to d plus 2t, the equation becomes like that. Finally it becomes d plus 2t, you expand a plus b square, you expand, and finally we are going to get 915 into 5 in bracket dt plus t square, and t is common, you take outside. So finally we shall write 915 phi t into T plus T kg per meter. Let another effect, it is already a known fact, transmission lines are exposed to the atmospheric condition where the continuous wind pressure acting on the surface of conductor as shown in figure. The wind force acts horizontally on the surface of conductor as shown in figure. The wind force may be WW. It may be obtained WW equal to wind force per unit length. It is in kg per meter. So it may be calculated equal to wind pressure per unit area into projected surface area per unit length. So P be the wind pressure, D plus 2T is your area. So P be the wind pressure, it is kg per meter square. Small d be the diameter of conductor, small t be the thickness of ice coating. Now previous case, that is of the ice coating acts on the conductor vertically downward. Remember this point. Now this wind force acts on the conductor horizontally. Then what is the final weight of the total conductor, overall conductor becomes? We have to take both effects. So finally we have to calculate overall weight of the system with considering ice coating on wind pressure. So effect of ice and wind. Let W be the weight of conductor itself acting vertically downward due to weight of conductor. Wi be the weight of ice coating, it also acts vertically downward along with W only. Ww be the wind pressure acting horizontally as shown in this vector diagram. Let Wt be the total weight acting on the conductor. It is vector sum Wt equal to under square root of W plus Wi square plus Ww square. So the sag in this condition, it also acts in the direction of total weight with an angle theta. This sag is called slant sag. It is given by considering Wt be the total weight of the system, Wt into L square divided by 8T. From this vector diagram, it is possible to calculate tan theta Ww divided by W plus Wi. Then vertical sag of this overall effect of these two. Vertical sag, it becomes S into cos theta. If a question comes, briefly discuss the atmospheric or environmental conditions effects on transmission line, means you have to discuss theory. It may be for 8 marks or 10 marks. Such relations are also useful in problems solving. Another important fact we have to consider, factor of safety, because while designing the transmission line with effect of ice and wind, we have to consider the factor of safety. It is already known fact, each conductor has a certain ultimate strength which it can sustain. Beyond this value, then mechanical failure occurs. So this ultimate strength is called breaking stress. If T be the tension, it is called working stress. So factor of safety means little higher value. It is something, working stress means full load condition, breaking stress means little bit higher, overload you can take, overload condition. Getting the idea? So working stress is capital T, breaking stress is breaking stress only you can assume, or B may be there, it is the ratio. So breaking stress is also called ultimate strength. So this value is always greater than 1. Full load condition of machine, overload condition of machine. Overload means 1.2 or 1.3. Normal full load means 1. Getting the idea? So always factor of safety is greater than 1. Now it's related one or two problem you see there. An overload transmission line has a span of 230 meter and a conductor weight is 650 kg per meter. Calculate the maximum sag. If the breaking stress is 4465 kg per centimeter square, while the area of conductor is 1.29 centimeter square. Assume the factor of safety 2. Write down the given data. Weight, it is given in kg per kilometer. Standard is kg per meter. You convert that. Kg correct there. Kilometer you convert into meter. So we are getting 0.65 kg per meter. Length it is 230 meters. So breaking stress equal to breaking stress, it is in kg per centimeter square, and area of conductor is also given in centimeter square. But you have to get that centimeter square will going to cancel, remaining is kg breaking stress. So it is already known fact, safety factor equal to breaking stress divided by working stress. So let T be the working stress. Safety of factor is 2. It is possible to obtain T 2879.9 kg. After knowing this T value, go for maximum sag. S equal to WL square divided by 80. So we are going to get as 1.49 meters. Practice. So another one problem, an overhead transmission line has a span of 200 meter between the supports. The supports are at the same level. The area of cross section of conductor is 1.9 centimeter, while the ultimate strength is 5000 kg per centimeter. The specific gravity of conductor, it is 8.9 centimeter. If the conductor material is subjected to wind pressure of kg 1.5 kg per meter length, calculate the vertical sag. Here some area it may be 1.9 centimeter square, and density it may be gram per centimeter cube. There two datas, something square and cube, here I missed here, so you take that, it may come in problem. Now see there, L is given, cross sectional area is also given, it is 1.9 centimeter square. Ultimate strength, it is equal to 5000 kg per centimeter square. So ultimate strength equal to 5000 kg per area is given, you multiply that area 1.9. So ultimate strength we are going to get 9500 kg. Centimeter square will going to cancel. So safety of factor, ultimate strength divided by tension, T 1900 kg. Let W be the weight of conductor, it should be equal to area of cross section into density, 1.9 centimeter square into 8.9 gram per centimeter cube. So 16.9 gram per cc, but actually weight should be in kg per meter. Weight should be in kg per unit length or kg per meter. Hence you convert gram to kg and centimeter cube to, it will going to cancel centimeter, it should be meter, or you convert area only directly centimeter square to meter square and 8.9 kg per meter cube. Both way it is possible. So okay, now see there 16.91 into 10 to the power of minus 3, converting gram into kg divided by converting centimeter into meter. So you are getting W value. After getting the W, Wt equal to W plus WW square, you are getting 2.26 kg per meter. One important thing you can give the focus in this problem, ice coating Wi is not given, it is absent. So after knowing the Wt, draw the vector diagram, go for sag, that is slant sag, Wt L square divided by 8t. Only thing is W plus Wi downward in previous explanation we have seen, but ice coating is not given, therefore only W, Y component. So after that go for tan theta, theta equal to 41.7, then final vertical sag, that should be equal to S into cos theta. So we are going to get 4.45 meters. So you understand the main concept. I am once again repeating, here ice coating is not given. If ice coating is given, it becomes vertical component, Y component, W plus Wi. One problem, you solve the problem on ice coating. Okay, practice all these things. Thank you to one and all.